Hello and welcome to the WordPress installation guide. This guide assumes that you have access to your FTP account through your hosting account and that you have managed to set up an SQL database to use for your WordPress website. I am working on my local host, so I will be using my own file manager, but you can easily replace that with your FTP file manager in a program like FileZilla or QtFTP. So let's get started. WordPress installation begins with you downloading WordPress. So we simply go and visit wordpress.org, and at the top right hand corner you'll see the link download WordPress. So go ahead and click download WordPress and then download WordPress 4.1. I'm going to go ahead and download into my local folder, which is under here, under the demo site. I'm simply going to click save. Once WordPress has been saved, we are going to extract all the files into the folder. Because this has now created a new folder called WordPress, I'm going to go ahead and copy all the files into the demo folder because I want my site to be localhost/demo, or in your case domainname.com. So now that we have WordPress installed and we have the database set up, we can simply go ahead and go visit our website, and we will get to the WordPress installation screen. Here WordPress is looking for some options to be filled in, so we'll go ahead and pick our language, in my case English UK, click continue, and now WordPress is looking for database details. As I said, the database has already been set up in my hosting account, and you will have to go and do that. If you're using cPanel, you'll have to go to your SQL database section in your interface, cPanel interface, and set up a database and then add a user to it. Save those details because you're going to need them at this point. So simply click let's go. Database name, I have called it demo. My username are default SQL usernames. The database host is localhost. In some hosting companies, the database host is not localhost, so please check your hosting account documentation to see what the database host server details are. The table prefix is just simply a prefix that is added to all the WordPress tables for this one website. Please remember that in one SQL database you can have multiple WordPress websites, so table prefix helps you identify which tables apply to which website in that database. So here I'm going to call it demo because my website is called demo. I'm simply going to click submit. WordPress will now go ahead and check all the details you provided, and everything seems to be okay, so we're going to run the install. And now WordPress is looking for site-specific information. All this configuration required previous to the WordPress being set up has been now checked and verified. We're ready to go and start setting up our WordPress website. We're going to give the username. This username is used to access the WordPress administration area. Due to recent WordPress security issues, I would advise not to use the username admin or derivative thereof. So I would prefer to use something more meaningful. In my case, I'm going to use my own name. Give it a simple password. Obviously, if your website is on a publicly hosted server or simply an internet website, please make your password complex, making it difficult to hack. Provided a valid email address for WordPress to communicate with you. You can choose your site to be indexed by search engines or not. Usually during the development phase, I would recommend that you block the site from search engines, so I am going to uncheck that box and simply click install WordPress. As we see here, the WordPress installation is now complete, and we can simply go ahead and log into the dashboard using the login button. Type in the details we set up in the previous section and log in. This will take us to the WordPress administration area, or the dashboard. From here on in, this is the place from where you can control everything to do with your website, whether it be blog posts, website pages, the themes, plugins, and the users, and etc. for your website. So with this, we have completed the WordPress installation. Please remember that most hosting account providers do have a single-click install facility for WordPress, which will set up your database, set up your files, and set up WordPress for you and directly give you the details for the dashboard. This video covers the manual installation of WordPress for people using hosting accounts that do not have the single-click support. In further tutorials, we'll be looking at installing themes, adding plugins, and working with WordPress.